billion of those. I mean, you just go on the internet and you hear all kinds of funniest things I've ever heard. I mean, Chris Tucker was here, made a video. I'm in Cape Town, blah, 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 you know. So this is not about comedy. I've appreciated and loved each aspect of it. Now, what happens to me when I get this is I'm about to be in front of a 65,000 sold out arena.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, someone just told the world that the meaning of Nansingonyama has been a lie from day one. How so? Anytime, like I said earlier, there's been jokes made around this world, but when someone says I'm from that country, this is my language, it means there's a lion. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What becomes very important is I went to opera, I had a tuxedo, blah, blah, blah. But because there's African content and an African composer, and I'm setting the bar so high. To answer you first, no, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
When you litigate against somebody, you don't litigate on the basis of what they have. You litigate on the basis of the value
that you've
of what
created.
they've destroyed.
What they've damaged.
The damage.
I get you.
So let's simplify it. Né? To get to the figure, $27 million.
Yes, please.
Yeah? If you go somewhere in my social media, I said I was generous. And that made people cast me out. I'll simplify it for you. Especially because you're sober today. Congratulations. Let's talk about two types of products in entertainment. Movies and broader productions. Someone may correct me, so I'll use the proper, I stand corrected. But I'm pretty sure there's three key elements that create a product. In movies or Broadway show. Music, storyline, script, what actors say, blah, 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 yee, dee, dee. And what you see, feel, scenery. It can be a set. In a movie, it can be. So these three key elements are what makes a consumer buy a product. Everything else is a collision. Yeah? Let's take it to The Lion King on Broadway or The Lion King, since this is what's in discussion. Three key elements about The Lion King, Broadway and films. Dialogue. Yeah? That defines the thread, storyline. Visuals. The sun goes up and the characters are interacting with the landscape. Yeah, that's the movie. And in the Broadway production, you have the set. You have changing of the set. That's the third element, right? The other element is music. There's a time where films were made without music.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And someone realized that music brings the emotion of a product, whether it's on film or on stage. So now, if this is the case, as is the case right now with a product called The Lion King, films, these three key elements account for cash revenue. Google, Madam Fact.
Yes.
Google, The Lion King gross profit 15th anniversary, specifically Broadway.
Yes. Lion King.
15th anniversary,
The
Broadway.
Lion King Broadway.
Lion King.
Yeah?
Gross profit.
Specifically
profit.
Broadway.
Specifically gross profit. Nah?
Yes.
While she's doing that, let's go to $27 million.
Yeah.
If music is one of the three key elements and music accounts for $1 million a year in profit, doesn't matter who that money goes to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A little bit of it goes to me.
Of course.
Before the divorces.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's got the figure.
It said by November 2012, it made more than $5 billion.
Oh, that's just Broadway.
That's just
That's just Broadway.
The show.
My goodness.
Whoa, man.
Whoa.
Is your audience going to hear that?
Yes.
Whoa, yeah. She has a mic, yeah.
No one on earth believes African content makes that kind of money?
Fact.
No one. In the 50, how many businesses you know, regardless of investment, generate gross profit of 15, what was it?
5 billion.
5 billion.
That's 2012.
Yeah?
That's 2012, yeah?
Yeah, that was 2012,
Now-
mind you.
Let's just play with figures. Create a hypothetical.
Yeah.
If it's 5 billion, actually it's more than that. That's Google. Abanye confused. I Googled it. Google doesn't necessarily mean you just got facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You Google Nansen Konya will get 20 different interpretations. It
He's
doesn't
a liar.
matter.
It's a
The
liar.
only one that matters is what is the composer saying.
Fact.
The figures that matter, that's approximate. The
Yeah.
figures that matter, no one will know. But we know that if it's on Google and it says 5 billion
In 2012.
in 2012, what year are we on now?
2026.
Over $10 billion
Wow.
gross profit on what? African content.
That's crazy.
Should we let that one simmer?
Yeah.
Necessity. What is so African about this African content? The first $1 billion or two comes, boom,
In.
in.
Doot, doot. Clicky.
Otherwise, from 1994 until Mufasa,